So today I'm talking about keratosis pilaris, or to use a more commonly used term, chicken skin. A bit unfortunate. It's a condition I have. It's a condition that 40% of adults also have, and it's those annoying, dry, scaly bumps on the backs of the arms, usually with a bit of background redness as well. And it can affect the thighs, can also affect the cheeks, or even the sides of the trunk. So annoying and common. And basically it's a disorder of the hair follicle keratinization. What that means is that dead skin cells tend to build up and accumulate in the opening of the hair follicle on the skin, which leads to the rough, bumpy appearance. So it's a very common problem, and it's inherited, which means that if you have it, one of your parents also has it. And whilst you might have inherited the tendency, it expresses itself to a different extent depending on the individual. So you might have the genes but not have very much to see at all, whereas a sibling might have it on their cheeks, their arms, their thighs, and the sides of their trunk. Skin disease is a bit like that. It can also be associated with atopic eczema, the common type of eczema, and a rarer condition called Exfoliating Mitts. Tends to be more prominent in cooler temperatures when humidity is low, so it's often more pronounced in winter. Now, you can't get rid of it, and that's the nature of things that you inherit, but it can be managed. I'm going to talk you through my top tips for managing keratosis pilaris. So when it comes to washing, my advice is to use something that's soap-free and non-drying. And a product that I quite like at the moment is Ameliorate Skin Smoothing Shower Cream, which is omega-3, 6 and 9 rich. So it's great because it supports barrier function, it cleanses without drying, and it's a great first step to take care of that delicate skin, which, as I say, is most commonly on the backs of the arms because that's the bit that people can see. So that's the part that bothers people most. Now, provided that redness isn't a major issue, you can also use one of these exfoliating mitts, which will help smooth out skin, reduce some of the roughness, and also encourage penetration of the next step, your leave-on product. However, if there was a lot of background redness, which suggests that the skin is experiencing some inflammation, it's best not to use the exfoliating mitt and just to skip right on to the next leave-on step. So after patting skin dry, the next thing I'd recommend doing is using an alpha hydroxy rich body lotion. Now this one from Ameliorate is rich in lactic acid, which is a great ingredient to look for if your skin is more on the dry side. So particularly if you have a history of background eczema, this can be a really good option because lactic acid itself is also a hydrator through its humectant properties. Another great option is this one from a brand called Mean and Moy, and it's rich in glycolic acid, it's 30%. So this is for those with thicker skin and perhaps more significant involvement with their keratosis pilaris. But this is a great product for really helping smooth out that problem area. So I recommend using it twice daily for 2 weeks. And then once things have smoothed out and it's a tactile touch, you really do feel like there's nothing much there at all, you can reduce the frequency, and oftentimes things can be maintained by every other day application or even twice a week. So it can't be cured, it requires an ongoing approach, but it certainly can be managed. Now, as far as the redness goes, that is harder to deal with, and certainly skincare products don't have much influence on this. If you're really desperate to improve the sort of red, ruddy appearance that goes along with this condition, it can be amenable to treatment with laser. But I have to say that my approach is throw lots of energy at things that are easy to improve and leave be things which are much harder. And frankly, since it's on the back of your arms, apply a bit of gradual fake tan to help blend the appearance, and then forget about it. I hope that's helpful. See you again soon.